Hi folks, welcome to the second tutorial for the subject splits, or should I say subject splits part 2, with particular focus on life skills for phase 2. This is probably the most complex we'll get in terms of subject splits, in terms of the fact that it's actually almost 3 tiers, in the sense that your subject is LS. It splits into physical education, personal and social well-being, and creative arts, and creative arts is further split into art, drama, and music. You'll see that in the first tutorial, part 1, with regards to the history and geography that we did, that pretty much covers all other subject splits that you may come across, as they tend to be only 2 layers, 2 tiers if you like, and generally 50-50. When I say 2 tiers, in the sense that social science is the subject split into history and geography. Okay, so as I briefly showed you before, in your subjects table where you split life skills into all its components, you've got your weighting as 0.3 and 0.3, and then the 0.4 for art, music, and drama is split into 0.2, 0.1, and 0.1. Now, you may have noticed when you open SASAMS, and this part of the documentary just about, is going to actually overlap slightly with a dedicated tutorial I'm going to do on mark profiles in SAM. So this is almost in a sense like a little taster. You may have noticed, for instance, when you go into your Marksheets, let's go into grade 5 for now because I've already done some work on the grade 6 one, that you would only see the columns for PSW and art, and physical education is broken up into 2 components. You can see the total marks there are 30, 40, 30, or actually you can look at the weighting, it's the same thing in this case, 30, 40, 30, and but we want to break creative arts into further components. Alright. For those of you who only have life skills on your report and you don't split it into any further subjects in FrontOFFICE, you won't need to be doing the following. You'll be simply entering your marks into PSW, creative arts, and physical education, and using the mark sheets as you've created them, and using the formula as pointed out in the formula document here. Okay, which is quite simply that. Now, so what you've got to do if you want to add these components is you quite simply go to your 12.3.11. Alright, click on Creative Arts. You'll be doing this for all 3 terms. Click on Creative Arts, and you'll notice that within the activity count within Creative Arts is 0. So you say Edit Task, okay, and it's going to bring up the screen, and quite simply you click Maintain Task Activities, and then click Add Activity, and then you can say Music.
And we know music is 10. If creative arts is out of 40, music is a quarter of that. So we have a 10 marks. Okay. And then we add an activity. Drama. Let's have 10 marks. Okay. And you say part, and make it out of 20 marks. Okay, you say save, and then you click maintain dates. You'll see the weights here are 0, so you've got to tell it to work out the contribution weighting of these tests. Click auto calculate weights, so it'll do it for you. And click save. Okay, and then click done. Okay, then what you have to do is click on the weights and validation and save and validate the subject once you've done that. So if we go to the one that I've done already, let's go to the Marksheets. Okay, you'll see that we now have creative arts broken down into 3 activities, right? The marks add up to the total marks for creative arts. It is possible to have gone into your mark profiles and upped all these marks. We wanted your tests to be greater, just so long as you kept the weightings at 30, 40, 30, but in a more detailed analysis of mark profile building will do that. This was just a glimpse into it, just in order to show you how to be able to do the breakdowns, subject splits in terms of mark entry and importing to front office. Then, as I say, once that's done, you can go to front office and go to your Marksheet manager, and then you can create all the Marksheets again, or you can just go to those particular classes. So in this case I did 6B, so you can go to Art 6B, create Marksheets, and it'll just replace those particular ones that are in your Marksheets folder, where the staff will choose their marks from. Again though, if you want to find it quicker than to pick them all out one by one, you can just create all the Marksheets again. As pointed out in the previous tutorials, they should not be capturing marks into the Marksheets where they are created. They need to take their Marksheets into a separate location in order to capture. Right, what we're going to do now is open one of these Marksheets just so that you can see what it looks like on the Marksheet. Okay, now you'll see that you have these 3 columns now for music, drama and art, and then have the totals there, 10, 20. Ignore the fact that those weights just show you the weights within that particular subset. That's not really important. And as I say, you would be entering the marks quite simply for your particular subject. So let's say this was the art teacher, they would be ignoring the first PSW column, and they would be ignoring these 2 PE columns. They would simply be entering here, so let's say 8, and 17, and quite simply you would just be looking for the report mark for these marks themselves. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So you would be opening the Marksheet, and now you can see the respective columns. Now remember, each of these columns is its own subject because they're taught by different teachers, except for these last 2 columns, which are both PE columns. One with a test of 20 and a test out of 10. So in the PSW column, they will be capturing their mark of say 27. Okay. And as we showed you before, this is quite simply a calculation to say equals that divided by the mark total, multiplied by 100, and of course you put the sign by 7. That gives you the ability to copy and paste the formula down, and you tell it that would be exported to term 1 for personal social well-being. Sorry, I just noticed I made a slight mistake there. This is for the art teacher, so they would be simply entering under the art column, which is the mark by the 20, so let's say 17 for that. Of course your formula is going to change here, so it would be G. Right, and it would be just for that. Okay. And you would be doing the same for PSW, for music, and for drama. I'm going to do those without having to display them, just do them in the back. And then I'm going to actually show you what to do for the PE, for the two subjects there. Two activities, I mean. This is the drama mark, so we put marking for this drama. Okay, and the formula, same thing, so go to export to, we'll do the same. The music teacher will do the same on her column or his column for music. Okay, which brings us to the PE mark, which is quite simply, so they got 16, 7. Alright, and this is again something I'm going to detail slightly more in the tutorial dedicated to formula building, but basically it just goes like this. You sum the marks, of course, okay, and that gets divided by the sum of the totals. The sum of totals multiplied by 100. Okay, we give you that percentage. 1 in. Right, then again we go through the process of importing the marks, clicking split task activities, posting to front office, and then going to global settings and doing a SASAMS mark sync. Right folks, once the mark sync is done, and the importing and the mark sync is done, just to show you that how the marks have gone through. Okay, so first we'll have a look at Facebook. We'll have a look at life skills, of course, grade 6. And you can see that the marks are pushed through to SASAMS, giving you a total mark of 81% for life skills. Okay, and you say done. The next thing we can do is look at front office. Okay, just to see the total for that subject that will come through in front office is 81%. Okay, there's the LS tots, the LS total. And we'll have a look at the individual scores now. So let's look at the report. Okay. Okay, again, this particular report brings up the rating code, not the percentage. But there's the 7 for the 80%. We've seen the actual behind the scenes query showing 81%. I showed you the behind the scenes because as I say, it doesn't actually come up in the report, but this is where it draws it from. Okay, then if we bear in mind, just as a recap, that LS was split. So the percentages that you put onto the actual spreadsheets, if you recall, worked out each percentage, and those percentages are what we push through to front office. So we can go and see that. If you look at data editing, okay, and for that learner, and the learner, so we're looking at physical education, 77% went through, personal social well-being 90, music 60, drama 80, arts 85. So if we were to apply these weightings to those respective subjects, the percentage we should get is 81. Okay, and we can actually use a calculator to test this. So, if we take art, and we've got the breakdown of 0.2 for art, so we say 85 times 0.2 equals that, and store that in the memory. Drama is 80, and the factor is 0.1 times 0.1 equals that. Plus, okay, and 60 times, that's the music, and the music component is 0.1. Okay, that's in other words, counts 0.1 of the entire 5 skills subject, okay, which I've explained already. Okay, and personal social well-being is 90 times 1.3 is that, add to the memory, and physical education is 26.667, let's say, times physical education is 1.3 component, 0.3 equals that, plus, and the total is 81.0001. Okay, that's negatable, and of course if you go back to SASAMS, you can confirm that. The mark is indeed 81. Okay, and you see the individual marks have come through into front office. They are sitting on the reports as 81, or should I say in the record set that the report draws from, and of course we would reflect on schedule as 81 too. And that concludes this tutorial. The following tutorials, as mentioned before, are going to deal with manipulating the mark profiles in SASAMS, and as well as how I derive the formula, in case you've done something slightly differently, so that you know how to derive the formula in the Marksheets, as well as deriving formula for seniors, of which I'm not going to be able to do all of them. Thank you folks, bye.